Well, we'll see. I mean, we've got a home game now that we come up to with Montreal, and that's that we have to win. So, talk to them about this stage. It's about winning games, and I think that point in the end, we'll see at the end, right, on where we're at. But I think it's going to be massive. I mean, look, I'd always want 3, and there was chances there maybe to go and take it. This group showed that they've got fight in them the last 3 games. It's not the way we want it to be, but they're showing fight. They show they care, and they want to get something out of it. So, it's a lot of credit to them. I think this point will be massive. It's not exactly what we wanted, right? But we know that every point matters at this stage, and they needed that just as bad as us. So it was a playoff environment, and this is not an easy place to play. I think if you look at the last 2 road games, if we said that was at the beginning of the season, you look at that and you go, if you get a point out of those 2, I bet you'd be happy. Now, at this stage, we can't be satisfied with it. Now we have to win our home game. So it puts that internal pressure on us in a good way.
Y'all had 1 shot on goal in the game. That was the goal. Lipchinitsy's header. What was affecting the offense, the ability just to kind of get that final sequence?
I mean, things weren't on goal, but there was things in and around it. Okay. Danny Rios, I think, had 2 or 3 chances in there, maybe 2 really solid chances. They don't go on frame. So, I mean, I don't have a concern on it. It's not an easy place to go and play, and not an easy place to go and create chances. I think I looked at you know what I'm like with the expected goals, but from like minute 35 or so on, we were the team that looked like we were going to score. So I'll take positive out of that.
Guzan with a massive save in the last second there. How's his leadership been these past few games for you?
Consistent. Persistent, consistent. Like, can't say enough good things about him. I mean, he's on the outside looking in. Everyone will have their perception of him and perspective on him. I wish you guys could see the inside, because I mean he's got a massive heart. I mean he helps this group in so many different ways, and the guys need to step up as well in terms of leadership. But there's a reason he's the club captain. There's a reason he's been the captain of this club for a long time. And performance-wise, he's been huge the last 2 games. You can see how much it means to him. So, I'm proud of him. He's got a lot more in him. So, in no means do I want him to slow down now.
Stay with Brad for a second. Like, how much does it mean the little moments where Uwa gets his yellow card for hitting Sleech from behind, and it's Brad who gets in his face?
I saw that. It's huge. I've been preaching to these guys about sticking together as a group. There's been a lot of turmoil in the year, and it's been difficult for them. So, little moments like that are huge. I really wish it was more of the guys, not to get in a scuffle or anything like that, but Brad's experience, and I think he just cares also. Like, sees one of his guys get hit, and he spends a lot of time around these guys. They feel like family to him, so he goes to protect them. I loved it. He did it in the right way. He doesn't get booked himself, and that's fine.
Rios battled a lot longer than maybe anybody thought that he could. He was short on forwards without CRA. Like, how important was it that Rios was able to stay on as long as he was and stay dangerous?
Yeah, I mean, it was huge. Like, we didn't know how long he would obviously be able to go. I think he probably could have kept going as well. He's been dealing with some back issues over the last day or so, and you can see him fighting to keep going in there. And, like, again, he had chances in the game. So even in the first half, before the one that gets crossed up from Pedro, he tries to flick on the outside. He had the cutback that he just kind of missed, whether he missed it completely or whatnot, but he had a cutback that he could have had a goal on. He had something in the second half as well. So, yeah, he did a good job with the minutes he had today.
And then how do you feel about your group as you were short players? You had to kind of mix and match and throw different pieces into different spots, but they were able to grind out the result.
Yeah, we definitely tried some different things, not like I was tinkering or messing around. I just thought that with the players we had on the pitch, we could do something different with the substitutions to be creative and effective, and it played out in this way. Johnny had to move positions a couple times. Alexi had to play in as a false 9 towards the end, and then to give us time to bring Edwin on to hopefully impact the game towards the end. And then towards the very, very end, then Dax brings some leadership in there, and then hopefully try to help us in transition moments, but also try to solidify the game. And yeah, it was. I mean, they were able to adapt and keep fighting. The fight is the biggest part. Is that if otherwise shape, player, personnel, it doesn't matter. If you're not willing to put your fight in and really compete, then you got to start back at square one.
Yeah. So when you took Rios off, that wasn't for injury or anything. That was just to change the formation a little bit, try to
Yeah, I mean,
curveball like Philadelphia, I guess.
yeah, I wanted to get. What'd you say? Sorry.
Try to throw a curveball at Philadelphia, I guess.
Yeah, I just wanted to get some pace with Edwin on the side, get some pace with him to run in at their either at their fullbacks or if he breaks their fullbacks to run at their center backs, and then Saba on the other side, and hopefully drop in Alexi to either link the play and hold up from there. You know, I did think Danny was going to get tired for sure, and we've got now another game that he's got to be ready to turn around and go as well.
And Saba's team leading 8th goal, Brooks team leading 8th assists for those decisive points. Just their consistency this season, what has it meant to be able to count on those guys?
Yeah, I mean, they've shown up in key moments. Saba scoring goals, Brooks getting assists. You know, I think they both probably want more as well. So, yeah, it's important. We don't have a 15, 20 goal scorer like some of the other teams in the league. So that's why we're relying on everybody in the group. And we've got 2 guys that are getting some decent numbers, and we just now need others to step up in this meantime as well.
Awesome. Thanks, Joe.
Thank you, guys.
See you on Monday.
Saba and Brett